In the previous video we studied how can we create a simple Haskell project which consists only from its executable file, only from one Haskell file. But today we will do some more complex thing. We will create some library and also executable which use this library. And at the end of the video we will remove this library as a separate project. In such a way we can use this separate package in any other executable or a package which we can also write by ourselves. And of course we will use Cabal for this. So let's start. All this we start by we move into the directory where we will create our projects. In my situation this is the TMP directory, and I make directory for new project. For example, this will be project number 1, and I move inside this project directory, and here I run Cabal, and I need to run initialization. And I don't remember how these parameters. Let's see the help. So we need to use this parameter library and exe. This means that we want to generate a project which contains the library and the executable file. And Haskell will create this for us. Let's run this. And you can see that Haskell create these files. So let's look at our project 1 Cabal file. Here you can see this file has two sections. This is the library section, which defines our library, and the executable section, which defined our executable file. Okay. And also you can see here that our executable is bind to our dependencies. So it uses a library. And our library is defined inside mylib file, and executable defined inside main.hs file. So let's see, they have these two files for executable and for library. Now let's go inside our library file and look at the code which generated. So here we have module mylib, which contains some function which put a line on into the console, some func. Okay, let's quit and let's go to our main file now. Here you can see that it's already import this library, this some function, and call it. So if I call run, it will build for me this project and run it. And here you can see that it print our line from the main file, and also it invokes the function from the library, some func. Okay. Now let's try to build to create one more executable. How can they do this? Let's go to our file, our project file, v1.cabal. And here we have section for executable. So we need to copy this section and create another executable, v2. Okay. Now we need to also rename these main files. So we have now two files, and let's rename it simply as main1 and main2. Of course, you can use any names you want. And also we need to add some section here. This section is -c options, and we need to add, I think we need to add option main is, and provide the name of our new main file explicitly. So in this case, this is main1, and in this case, we can take it from here and copy it to here. We'll name main2. Okay. I think now we can quit from here and go to our, so we have main file, we need to rename it, so we can rename it like this, main hs, main1 hs. And also we need to copy this file, so we need to copy main1 hs to main2 hs. So let's create copy. Now we have main1 and main2 executables, and let's edit main2. Let's start from main1. We edit main1. This is model main1, which imports our function from our library and has this print line here. Let's use main1 also here, and let's quit and go to main2. This is main2 model, which also which also use our library, and here we will write main2. I will save it. Okay, now let's try to run Cabal run, and we need to provide the target. So now we have two executables, not one, and Haskell can decide which to use. And we need to provide the target, as I remember, like this, I think. On recognize target. Actually, don't. We can set our target like this. Cabal run p1, and we also can run p2. So it built and runs. So we can run p1 or p2, and this is two executables in one project. And every of these executables use our library, mylib. Okay. And that's okay, but what if at some point of time you want to create another project in a separate directory, and you want to share some library by this project and some other project, so you want to somehow create separate library package for mylib, which live somewhere in our directory, and many dependencies lead to this library from any other projects. And you can do this. So let's go to our parent folder where our project stores. And here we need to create the directory for our library. For example, this will be L1, library 1. And let's go to this directory. And here we need to run Cabal initialization for our library with the parameter lib. And let's run it. You can see here that Cabal create files for our library. Let's edit it. we have here some func. Let's rename this some func to some lib func. This is our shared library. Some lib function, and here we will write some separate lib. Which lives its own life, separated from our project. Okay, and I think we're done. Now we can build it. Actually, of course we can run it because it has no executables. Next thing, we need to go to some project where we want to use this L1 library. In our case, this is P1 project, and they need to edit P1 cabal file. No. But yes, let's go to our cabal file, and here we need to add dependencies. So I want to use library 1 for my executable P1, and also I want to use library 1 for my executable P2, and I put these dependencies here. The L1 is the name of the package which we create at the previous step with Cabal for our library. Now, what we need? I think we can try to. So we have this my lib model here and in the external library. So can this name conflict or not? I think these names can conflict, and let's go to our library and rename this module. I think my lib to, let's move this to my lib to my separate lib HS. And also we need to fix this in Cabal. We will rename here my lib to my separate lib. Cabal run. Cabal build. We build our library. And you can see here okay, I don't know why it can't rename this. Actually, it can build this. But let's skip this for a moment and go to the P1 and try to run our Cabal, but we will have an error see you can see here that it can find this package L1 with our library, and to do the fix this we need to create a cabal.project file and specify the directory there where Cabal will search for modules, because now Cabal can't find our module because it didn't know the directory which contains the module. So it only can find the modules packages, the packages inside the Git repository, package repository. But using this file, we can say to Cabal that it must use also the local directories to find the packages, not just the remote depository. So we specify our directory itself, and also we need to specify our library directory, I think, like this, tmp library 1. Now let's try to run. And for example, run executable p1. Okay. And it's failed to run our L1 because we go to our same problem with the renaming of the file. And I think I forgot to rename this module. Actually, yes, I forgot to change the name inside the file. So we have file my separate lib, and here I also need to use module name my separate lib. Okay, we do this. Now we have these files here, and let's try to build. And yes, we're done. Now we go to our project again, and here we can try to run our Cabal project with target p1. And yes, it is done. But we can see this prompt in here, but let's use our function. So let's look at our function again. We want to import this some lib func from my separate lib. Okay, let's copy these names and go to our project. Let's go to our main one hs, and here I want to import my separate lib some lib function, and I can call this function here like this. And let's try to recompile. And yes, you can see they have this function called from target p1. Also, we can connect our we can do exactly the same import in the second in the second target and the second executable here. And use this function also here. Okay. And run our target P2. So we run P1, P2, and our function, separate function are used here. And of course we can evolve our library separate from this project. So we cover what the parts we cover. We create a new project with the 2 executables. We can actually create infinitely many executables. We create inside this project, we have some library which contains some function, but also we create separate projects which contain some library which we can in separate package, and they import this package into our project, and they call this function from the targets P1 and P2, and that's all. So guys, I think that's all for today. If you like this video, push like, push subscribe, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.